Not quite ready. Today has been a day. So, today, I've decided I am a curmudgeon. If you don't know what a curmudgeon is a grumpy person. There. I'm also a prefect today. Have to respect me. Sorry. My stupid chair. A part of one of the wheels came off, and so now sometimes it just doesn't want to roll. And so I gotta switch it around so that it will. Because everything I own is broken. Speaking of broken, so today, April 15th, in upstate New York, if you're unaware of what the weather is normally like in where I live, it's not, today it got up to like 80 in the 80s, which is unheard of for April in this area. So everybody's woefully unprepared, including where I work. So there was no AC. We were all dying, including myself. I became a curmudgeon, meaning I was very unfriendly. And I work in retail. You're not allowed to be unfriendly. Oh boy. So, yeah. I was really close to canceling the stream, especially since this morning when I got the stream ready, I actually... Oh, I just realized my... Hopefully that's good. That should be good. Just realized everything is off because I was recording something. Anyway. Oh. My live stream is... Oh, I thought my live stream froze. Didn't freeze. I froze. Okay. So... what was I saying? Curmudgeoning. I was curmudgeoning today. Oh, yes. It started with me getting ready for the stream, and, what I do now, because I learned my lesson, if you wait to the stream to start up the game, sometimes the game needs to update, and then you waste time updating the game. So, I decided to log into the game to make sure it doesn't need to update, and it crashed on me. And I figured it's because the graphics driver needs to be updated, which it still needs to be updated. In fact, I tried to update it, and my colors went weird on my monitor. Like, everything became super saturated, and I could not figure out why. So, I'm thinking my monitor is not compatible with the new graphics driver or whatever. That's kind of what I figured out. So I had to reset my computer to a previous time because I couldn't fix it. So I had to completely undo everything. I worked for hours trying to get this driver to work. And I ended up just having to reverse back to the way it was. So it was a complete waste of time. So, the drivers still don't work. So there's going to be some glitching in the game. With the Black Lake and stuff, until I can fix that. But I was worried that the game just crashed because it refused to work because my drivers weren't updated. So I was like, okay, great. I could still read for the stream, but after the day I had, I was like, if I get home and my game isn't working, I'm canceling the stream because, I'm not doing it. But I got home, so I started up the game and I left for work. And then I got back, and the game was running. So, I don't know why it crashed the first time, but the second time it worked. So here we are, streaming. And hopefully that works out for us. Okay. But this chapter shouldn't be too long. I remember it being a kind of shorter one. Yeah, it's a pretty normal length. The last few have been kind of long, because I kind of want to finish reading so we can do some fan fiction, and we can get to Hogwarts Legacy, because I want to only spend an hour reading, half an hour with fan fiction, and then a 15-hour intermission, and then the rest of the time till 11 o'clock, Hogwarts Legacy. That's what I want to do. Hopefully you can see that. I was thinking of maybe putting a background on it. Because I put that on the screen because I was worried that people... I can see that. Yeah, that's perfectly legible. I was worried that people would come onto my stream because I was getting a lot of views, but not a lot of view time. And so I figured people were like, oh, she's playing Hogwarts Legacy, and then would click on the stream and be like, no, she isn't. What's she doing? And then they'd click off the stream. And I figured a lot of people don't know, because a lot of people don't read the description, that I am playing Hogwarts Legacy. It's just later in the stream. And so I have this up on the screen so that people can read that and be like, oh, she's going to play Hogwarts Legacy later. She's reading Goblet of Fire right now. So they'll figure out kind of, maybe they'll stick around, or they'll come back later or something. That's what I'm hoping. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. But we are back. It's been a couple weeks. I took a bit of a break. I took Easter off, and then I took this week off from doing other things because sometimes you just need to do nothing. Sometimes you just need that. So I pretty much did nothing. I watched a lot of TV, just a lot of YouTube. Just whatever I could find, I watched, pretty much. That's what I did. But I hope your Easter was wonderful. I had a Chronicles of Narnia marathon on Easter. That's what I do every year. Fun stuff. But now, since I don't want to spend too much time, we're going to read this as fast as we can. We're going to read more Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. We're going to be reading chapter 29, The Dream. And it's going to be... great. I don't know. What else can you say about that? Last time we read The Madness of Mr. Crouch, which is a really fascinating chapter. Essentially, Hermione's getting... she's getting a lot of hate mail because of the article that was written about her by Rita Skeeter. And they went to see Winky the House Elf to talk about Mr. Crouch, and she's not talking. She's actually very miserable, and Hermione tries to set the elves free, and the elves are upset, so the elves kick them out. And then Harry goes down to the Quidditch pitch to see what the next task is going to be, and the champions find that a maze is growing there. The last task is going to be a giant maze with obstacles they have to overcome. On the way back, Harry and Victor have a conversation about Hermione. Harry's trying to explain that he and Hermione are not dating, they never have, and they have zero interest in each other. And then they come upon Mr. Crouch coming out of the woods all of a sudden, and he looks like he's been through hell, and he's half mad, and they need to go get Dumbledore to help this guy. By the time Dumbledore gets there, however, Barty Crouch is... Did they find him dead, or is he missing? Is he dead or missing? I forget. I don't know. No, they didn't find him. He's missing. I was confused because in the movie they find him dead. They can't find him. Yeah. And they're going to look for him while Hagrid takes Harry back up to the Gryffindor Tower. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. It doesn't look like they found him dead. I think they will find him dead. He does die, doesn't he? I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that's where we left off. Harry's talking to Ron and Hermione about what just happened with him and Victor and Mr. Crouch. Okay. Feel free to chat in the comments. This is a discussion, not an audiobook. Or in the chat, talk in the chat, or leave a comment in the comment section. Leave a like on the stream. Become a subscriber if you're not subscribed already. Turn on notifications to be notified the next time I go live. I'll be going live next week. If you want to know when, follow me on Twitter. Link in the description. Also in the description is my Patreon if you like to read my short stories or support me as a content creator. I just released chapter 2 of my mystery novel that I wrote. And if you become a patron, you can read that. Chapter 1 is free. Link in the description. And I'll release a video explaining that more soon. And also I have a TikTok and an Instagram, link in the description. Alright, let's get started. Chapter 29, The Dream. It comes down to this, said Hermione, rubbing her forehead. Either Mr. Crouch attacked Victor, or somebody else attacked both of them when Victor wasn't looking. It must have been Crouch, said Ron at once. That's why he was gone when Harry and Dumbledore got there. He'd done a runner. I don't think so, said Harry, shaking his head. He seemed really weak. I don't reckon he was up to disapparating or anything. You can't disapparate on the Hogwarts grounds. Haven't I told you enough times? Said Hermione. Okay, how's this for a theory? Said Ron excitedly. Crom attacked Crouch. No, wait for it. And then stunned himself. And Mr. Crouch evaporated, did he? Said Hermione coldly. Oh, yeah. It was daybreak. Harry, Ron, and Hermione had crept out of their dormitories very early and hurried up to the Owlery together to send a note to Sirius. Now they were standing looking out at the misty grounds. All three of them were puffy-eyed and pale because they had been talking late into the night about Mr. Crouch. Just go through it again, Harry, said Hermione. What did Mr. Crouch actually say? I've told you he wasn't making much sense, said Harry. He said he wanted to warn Dumbledore about something. He definitely mentioned Bertha Jorkins, and he seemed to think she was dead. He kept saying stuff was his fault. He mentioned his son. Well, that was his fault, said Hermione testily. Yeah. He was out of his mind, said Harry. Half the time he seemed to think his wife and son were still alive, and he kept talking to Percy about work and giving him instructions. And, remind me what he said about you-know-who, said Ron tentatively. I've told you, Harry repeated dully. He said he's getting stronger. There was a pause. Then Ron said in a falsely confident voice, But he was out of his mind, like you said, so half of it was probably just raving. He was sanest when he was trying to talk about Voldemort, said Harry, and Ron winced at the sound of the name. He was having real trouble stringing two words together, but that was when he seemed to know where he was and know what he wanted to do. He just kept saying he had to see Dumbledore. Harry turned away from the window and stared up into the rafters. The many perches were half empty. Every now and then another owl would swoop in through one of the windows, returning from its night's hunting with a mouse in its beak. If Snape hadn't held me up, Harry said bitterly, we might have got there in time. The headmaster's busy, Potter. What's this rubbish, Potter? Why couldn't he just get out of the way? Maybe he didn't want you to get there, said Ron quickly. Maybe... Hang on. How fast do you reckon he could have gotten down to the forest? Do you reckon he could have beaten you and Dumbledore there? Not unless he can turn himself into a bat or something, said Harry. Wouldn't put it past him, Ron muttered. Well, he can't turn into a bat, but he can fly like one, the same way that Voldemort can. He doesn't have to disapparate. Like, wizards typically can't just up and fly themselves. They usually need something, like a broomstick. But Snape actually can, like Voldemort can. They don't know that yet, though. We need to see Professor Moody, said Hermione. We need to find out whether he found Mr. Crouch. If he had the Marauder's map on him, it would have been easy, said Harry. Unless Crouch was already outside the grounds, said Ron. Because it only shows up to the boundaries, doesn't... Shh, said Hermione suddenly. Somebody was climbing the steps up to the Owlery. Is it Fred and George? I forget who it is. Yeah, it is Fred and George. Harry could hear two voices arguing, coming closer and closer. That's blackmail, that is. We could get into a lot of trouble for that. We've tried being polite. It's time to play dirty like him. He wouldn't like the Ministry of Magic knowing what he did. I'm telling you, if you put that in writing, it's blackmail. Yeah, and you won't be complaining if we get a nice fat payoff, will you? How often do Fred and George argue? Not much. Not often. The gallery door banged open, although they did argue earlier about the aging potion, didn't they? Fred and George came over the threshold and froze at the sight of Harry, Ron, and Hermione. What are you doing here? Ron and Fred said at the same time. Sending a letter, said Harry and George in unison. What, at this time? Said Hermione and Fred. You know what? I won't tell you about what we're doing, and you don't tell us what you're doing, and we'll just be on our way. Good. I think that's what they agreed to. Fred grinned. Fine. We won't ask what you're doing if you don't ask us, he said. He was holding a sealed envelope in his hands. Harry glanced at it, but Fred, whether accidentally or on purpose, shifted his hand so that the name on it was covered. Well, don't let us hold you up, Fred said, making a mock bow and pointing at the door. Ron didn't move. Who are you blackmailing? He said. We just discussed this, Ron. Just leave. The grin vanished from Fred's face. Harry saw George half glance at Fred before smiling at Ron. Don't be stupid. I was only joking, he said easily. Didn't sound like it, said Ron. Fred and George looked at each other. Then Fred said abruptly, I've told you before, Ron. Keep your nose out if you like it the shape it is. Can't see why you would, but it's my business if you're blackmailing someone, said Ron. George is right. You could end up in serious trouble for that. Told you I was joking, said George. He walked over to Fred, pulled the letter out of his hands, and began attaching it to the leg of the nearest barn owl. You're starting to sound a bit like our dear older brother you are, Ron. Carry on like this, and you'll be made a prefect. Oh, no. Is that a prophecy? Because Ron does become a free prefect in the next one. No, I won't, said Ron hotly. George carried the barn owl over to the window and it took off. George turned around and grinned at Ron. Well, stop telling people what to do then. See you later. He and Fred left the owlery. Harry, Ron, and Hermione stared at one another. You don't think they know something about all this, do you? Ron whispered. About Crouch and everything. No, said Harry. If it was something that serious, they'd tell someone. They'd tell Dumbledore. Ron, however, was looking uncomfortable. What's the matter? Hermione asked him. Well, said Ron slowly, I don't know if they would. They're obsessed with making money lately. I noticed it when I was hanging around with them. When, you know, we weren't talking. Harry finished the sentence for him. Yeah, but blackmail. It's this joke shop idea they've got, said Ron. I thought they were only saying it to annoy Mum, but they really mean it. They want to start one. They're only got a year left at Hogwarts. They keep going on about how it's time to think about their future, and Dad can't help them, and they need gold to get started. Hermione was looking uncomfortable now. Yes, but they wouldn't do anything against the law to get gold, wouldn't they? Said Ron, looking skeptical. I don't know. They don't exactly mind breaking rules, do they? Yes, but this is the law, said Hermione, looking scared. This isn't some silly school rule. They'll get in more trouble than detention for blackmail. Ron, maybe you'd better tell Percy. Are you mad? Said Ron. Tell Percy? He'd probably do a crouch and turn them in. He stared at the window through which Fred and George's owl had departed, then said, Come on, let's get some breakfast. Do you think it's too early to go and see Professor Moody? Hermione said as they went down the spiral staircase. Yes, said Harry. He'd probably blast us through the door if we wake him at the crack of dawn. He'll think we're trying to attack him while he's asleep. Let's give it till break. History of Magic had rarely gone so slowly. Harry kept checking Ron's watch, having finally discarded his own, but Ron's was moving so slowly he could have sworn it had stopped working, too. All three of them were so tired they could happily have put their heads down on the desks and slept. Even Hermione wasn't taking her usual notes, but was sitting with her head on her hand, gazing at Professor Binns with her eyes out of focus. When the bell finally rang, they hurried out into the corridors toward the dark arts classroom and found Professor Moody leaving it. He looked as tired as they felt. The eyelid of his normal eye was drooping, giving his face an even more lopsided appearance than usual. "Professor Moody," Harry called as they made their way toward him through the crowd. "Hello, Potter," growled Moody. His magical eye followed a couple of passing first-years who sped up, looking nervous. It rolled into the back of Moody's head and watched them around the corner before he spoke again. "Come in here." He stood back to let them into his empty classroom, limped in after them, and closed the door. "Did you find him?" Harry asked without preamble. "Mr. Crouch?" "No," said Moody. He moved over to his desk, sat down, stretched out his one leg with a slight groan, and pulled out his hip flask. "Did you use the map?" Harry said. "Of course," said Moody, taking a swig from his flask. "Took a leaf out of your book, Potter. Summoned it from my office onto the forest. He wasn't anywhere on there." "So he did disapparate," said Ron. "You can't disapparate on the grounds, Ron," said Hermione. "There are other ways he could have disappeared, aren't there, Professor?" Moody's magical eye quivered as it rested on Hermione. "You're another one who might think about a career as an Auror," he told her. Mine works the right way, Granger." Well, that's very nice. "She'll be working on the other side of the law, though. She'll be a magical lawyer, actually. Which is really cool. Which is a really cool idea." Hermione flushed pink with pleasure. "Well, he wasn't invisible," said Harry. "The map shows invisible people. He must have left the grounds then." "But under his own steam?" said Hermione eagerly. "Or because someone made him?" "Yeah, someone could have. Could have pulled him onto a broom and flown off with him, couldn't they?" said Ron quickly, looking hopefully at Moody, as he too wanted to be told he had the makings of an Auror. "We can't rule out kidnap," growled Moody. "So," said Ron, "do you reckon he's somewhere in Hogsmeade?" "Could be anywhere," said Moody, shaking his head. "Only thing we know for sure is that he's not here." He yawned widely, so that his scars stretched and his lopsided mouth revealed a number of missing teeth. Then he said, "Now, Dumbledore told me you three fancy yourselves as investigators, but there's nothing you can do for for Crouch. The Ministry will be looking for him now. Dumbledore's notified them. Potter, you just keep your mind on the third task." "What?" said Harry. "Oh, yeah." He hadn't given the maze a single thought since he'd left it with Crumb the previous night. "Should be right up your street, this one," said Moody, looking up at Harry and scratching his scarred and stubbly chin. "From what Dumbledore said, you've managed to get through stuff plenty of times. Broke your way through a series of obstacles guarding the Sorcerer's Stone in your first year, didn't you?" "Mm-hmm." "We helped," Ron said quickly. "Me and Hermione helped." Moody grinned. "Well, help him practice for this one, and I'll be very surprised if he doesn't win," said Moody. "In the meantime, constant vigilance, Potter. Constant vigilance." He took another long draw from his hip flask, and his magical eye swiveled onto the window. The topmost sail of the Durmstrang ship was visible through it. "You two," counseled Moody, his normal eye on Ron and Hermione. "You stick close to Potter, all right? I'm keeping an eye on things, but all the same, you can never have too many eyes out." Sirius sent their owl back the very next morning. It fluttered down beside Harry at the same moment that a tawny owl landed in front of Hermione, clutching a copy of the Daily Prophet in its beak. She took the newspaper, scanned the first few pages, said, "Ha! She hasn't gotten wind of Crouch," then joined Ron and Harry in reading what Sirius had to say on the mysterious events of the night before last. "Harry, what do you think you're playing at, walking off into the forest with Victor Crumb? I want you to swear, by return owl, that you are not going to go walking with anyone else at night. There is somebody highly dangerous at Hogwarts. It is clear to me that they wanted to stop Crouch from seeing Dumbledore, and you will probably feed away from them in the dark. You could have been killed. Your name didn't get into the Goblet of Fire by accident. If someone's trying to attack you, they're on their last chance. Stay close to Ron and Hermione. Do not leave Gryffindor Tower after hours, and arm yourself for the third task. Practice stunning and disarming. A few hexes wouldn't go amiss either. There's nothing you can do about Crouch. Keep your head down and look after yourself. I'm waiting for your letter giving me your word you won't stray out of bounds again. Serious. Who's he to lecture me about being out of bounds? Said Harry in mild indignation as he folded up Sirius's letter and put it inside his robes. After all the stuff he did at school. This is what it's like having a dad, Harry. He's worried about you, said Hermione sharply, just like Moody and Hagrid, so listen to them. No one's tried to attack me all year, said Harry. No one's done anything to me at all, except put your name in the Goblet of Fire, said Hermione. And they must have done that for a reason, Harry. Snuffles is right. Maybe they've been biding their time. Maybe this is the task they're going to get you. Look, said Harry impatiently, let's say Sirius is right and someone stunned Krum to kidnap Crouch. Well, they would have been in the trees near us, wouldn't they? But they waited till I was out of the way until they acted, didn't they? So it doesn't look like I'm their target, does it? Actually, you are. But the goal isn't to kill you. Not yet. They couldn't have made it look like an accident if they'd murdered you in the forest, said Hermione. But if you died during a task... They didn't care about attacking Krum, did they? Said Harry. Why didn't they just polish me off at the same time? They could have made it look like Krum and I had a duel or something. Harry, I don't understand it either, said Hermione desperately. I just know there are a lot of odd things going on, and I don't like it. Moody's right. Sirius is right. You've got to get in training for the third task, straight away. And you make sure you write back to Sirius and promise him you're not going to go sneaking off alone again. The Hogwarts grounds never looked more inviting than when Harry had to stay indoors. For the next few days, he spent all of his free time either in the library with Hermione and Ron, looking up hexes, or else in empty classrooms, which they sneaked into to practice. Harry was concentrating on the stunning spell, which he had never used before. The trouble was that practicing it involved certain sacrifices on Ron's and Hermione's part. Can't we kidnap Mrs. Norris? Ron suggested on Monday lunchtime as he lay flat on his back in the middle of their charms classroom, having just been stunned and reawoken by Harry for the 5th time in a row. Let's stun her for a bit. Or you could use Dobby. Harry, I'd bet he'd do anything to help you. I'm not complaining or anything. He got gingerly to his feet, rubbing his backside. But I'm aching all over. Well, you keep missing the cushions, don't you? Said Hermione impatiently, rearranging the pile of cushions they had used for the banishing spell, which Flitwick had left in a cabinet. Just try and fall backward. Once you're stunned, you can't aim too well, Hermione, said Ron angrily. Why don't you take a turn? Well, I think Harry's got it now anyway, said Hermione hastily, and we don't have to worry about disarming, because he's been able to do that for ages. I think we ought to start on some of these hexes this evening. She looked down the list they had made in the library. I like the look of this one, she said. This impediment curse. Should slow down anything that's trying to attack you, Harry. We'll start with that one. The bell rang. They hastily shoved the cushions back into Flitwick's cupboard and slipped out of the classroom. See you at dinner, said Hermione, and she set off for arithmancy while Harry and Ron headed toward North Tower and divination. Broad strips of dazzling gold sunlight fell across the corridor from the high windows. The sky outside was so brightly blue it looked as though it had been enameled. The sky outside was so brightly blue it looked as though it had been enameled. I think enameled means... coated or decorated with enamel. I think it means, like, polished, maybe? Something like that. That's my guess as to what she's trying to get at here. It's going to be boiling in Trelawney's room. She never puts out that fire, said Ron as they started up the staircase toward the silver ladder and the trapdoor. Oh man, I know that. I've been boiling all day. He was quite right. The dimly lit room was sweltering hot. The fumes from the perfumed fire were heavier than ever. Harry's head swam as he made his way over to one of the curtained windows. While Professor Trelawney was looking the other way, disentangling her shawl from a lamp, he opened it an inch or so and settled back in his chintz armchair so that a soft breeze played across his face. It was extremely comfortable. "My dears," said Professor Trelawney, sitting down in her winged armchair in front of the class and peering around at them all with her strangely enlarged eyes, "we have almost finished our work on planetary divination. Today, however, will be an excellent opportunity to examine the effects of Mars, for he is placed most interestingly at the present time. If you will all look this way, I will dim the lights." Yes. So Mars, is the god of war, in, Greek mythology, Roman mythology. I mean, is true for both of them. I just mean they use a different name for him, depending on which one. I think Mars is the Roman name, I believe. Anyway, so when Mars is placed, so she's going to point out Mars. It's in a special place, indicating that a war is about to start. One of the centaurs in the first book, Sorcerer's Stone, also mentioned the same thing. Which is, yeah, there's a lot of links between the first one and the fourth one. She waved her wand and the lamps went out. The fire was the only source of light now. Professor Trelawney bent down and lifted from under her chair a miniature model of the solar system, contained within a glass dome. It was a beautiful thing. Each of the moons glimmered in place around the 9 planets and the fiery sun, all of them hanging in thin air beneath the glass. Harry watched lazily as Professor Trelawney began to point out the fascinating angle Mars was making to Neptune. Neptune was the god of water? I wonder what that would indicate. The heavily perfumed fumes washed over him, and the breeze from the window played across his face. He could hear an insect humming gently somewhere behind the curtain. That insect is important. His eyelids began to droop. He was riding on the back of an eagle owl, soaring through the clear blue sky toward an old ivy-covered house set high on a hillside. Lower and lower they flew, the wind blowing pleasantly in Harry's face, until they reached a dark and broken window in the upper story of the house and entered. Now they were flying along a gloomy passageway to a room at the very end. Through the door they went, into a dark room whose windows were boarded up. Harry had left the owl's back. He was watching now as it fluttered across the room into a chair with its back to him. There were 2 dark shapes on the floor beside the chair. Both of them were stirring. One was a huge snake. The other was a man. A short, balding man. A man with watery eyes and a pointed nose. He was wheezing and sobbing on the hearth rug. Oh. Oh, that would make sense. "You are in luck, Wormtail," said a cold, high-pitched voice from the depths of the chair in which the owl had landed. "You are very fortunate indeed. Your blunder has not ruined everything. He is dead." "My lord," gasped the man on the floor. "My lord, I am so pleased. I'm so sorry." "Nagini," said the cold voice, "you're out of luck. I'll not be feeding Wormtail to you after all. But never mind. There is still Harry Potter." The snake hissed. Harry could see its tongue fluttering. "Now, Wormtail," said the cold voice, "perhaps one more little reminder why I will not tolerate another blunder from you." "My lord, no, I beg you." The tip of a wand emerged from around the back of the chair. It was pointing at Wormtail. "Crucio!" said the cold voice. Wormtail screamed as though every nerve in his body were on fire. The screaming filled Harry's ears as the scar on his forehead seared with pain. He was yelling too. Voldemort would hear him, would know he was there. "Harry? Harry!" Harry opened his eyes. He was lying on the floor of Professor Trelawney's room with his hands over his face. His scar was still burning so badly that his eyes were watering. The pain had been real. The whole class was standing over him, and Ron was kneeling next to him, looking terrified. "You all right?" he said. "Of course he isn't," said Professor Trelawney, looking thoroughly excited. Her great eyes loomed over Harry, gazing at him. "What was it, Potter? A premonition? An apparition? What did you see?" "Nothing," Harry lied. He sat up. He could feel himself shaking. He couldn't stop himself from looking around into the shadows behind him. Voldemort's voice had sounded so close. "You were clutching your scar," said Professor Trelawney. "You were rolling on the floor, clutching your scar. Come now, Potter, I have experience in these matters." Harry looked up at her. "I need to go to the hospital wing, I think," he said. "Bad headache." Yeah. It's not a premonition. It's not quite the same thing as divination. But she still could probably have knowledge of what's going on with Harry if he had explained it to her. Because Harry, at this moment, doesn't know what's going on. But that'll be explained to him next book, what's going on. Why Harry's having these special dreams. "My dear, you are undoubtedly stimulated by the extraordinary clairvoyant vibrations of my room," said Professor Trelawney. "If you leave now, you may lose the opportunity to see further than you have ever—" "I don't want to see anything except a headache cure," said Harry. He stood up. The class backed away. They all looked unnerved. "See you later," Harry muttered to Ron, and he picked up his bag and headed for the trap door, ignoring Professor Trelawney, who was wearing an expression of great frustration, as though she had just been denied a real treat. When Harry reached the bottom of her stepladder, however, he did not set off for the hospital wing. He had no intention whatsoever of going there. Sirius had told him what to do if his scar hurt him again, and Harry was going to follow his advice. He was going straight to Dumbledore's office. He marched down the corridors, thinking about what he had seen in the dream. It had been as vivid as the one that had awoken him on Privet Drive. He ran over the details in his mind, trying to make sure he could remember them. He had heard Voldemort accusing Wormtail of making a blunder, but the owl had brought good news. The blunder had been repaired. Somebody was dead, so Wormtail was not going to be fed to the snake. He, Harry, was going to be fed to it instead. Well, I know who is dead. I know the blunder. But I don't know if I should talk about it just yet. Not that I'm not above spoiling, because spoiler alert, there's spoilers in this. Because I discuss what happens in the books before and after and all of that. But we'll discuss this when we get to it. Harry had walked right past the stone gargoyle guarding the entrance to Dumbledore's office without noticing. He blinked, looked around, realized what he had done, and retraced his steps, stopping in front of it. Then he remembered that he didn't know the password. "Lemon drop?" he tried tentatively. Such a weird word. The gargoyle did not move. "Okay," said Harry, staring at it. "Pear drop. Licorice wand. Fizzing Whizbee. Drooble's best blowing gun. Bertie Bott's every flavor beans." Oh no, he doesn't like them, does he? "Oh, just open, can't you?" he said angrily. "I really need to see him. It's urgent." The gargoyle remained immovable. Harry kicked it, achieving nothing but excruciating pain on his big toe. Chocolate frog, he yelled angrily, standing on one leg. Sugar quill! Cockroach cluster! The gargoyle sprang to life and jumped aside. Harry blinked. Cockroach cluster? He said, amazed. I was only joking. He hurried through the gap in the walls and stepped onto the foot of a spiral stone staircase which moved slowly upward as the doors closed behind him, taking him up to a polished oak door with a brass door knocker. He could hear voices from inside the office. He stepped off the moving staircase and hesitated, listening. Dumbledore, I'm afraid I don't see the connection. Don't see it at all. It was the voice of the Minister of Magic, Cornelius Fudge. Ludo says Bertha's perfectly capable of getting herself lost. I agree we would have expected to have found her by now, but all the same, we've no evidence of foul play, Dumbledore. None at all. As for her disappearance being linked with Barty Crouch's. And what do you think's happened to Barty Crouch, Minister? Said Moody's growling voice. I see two possibilities, Alistair, said Fred. Either Crouch has finally cracked, more than likely, I'm sure you'll agree, given his personal history, lost his mind and gone wandering off somewhere. He wandered extremely quickly, if that is the case, Cornelius, said Dumbledore calmly. Or else, well, Fudge sounded embarrassed. Well, I'll reserve judgment until after I've seen the place where he was found, but you say it was just past the Beauxbatons' carriage. Dumbledore, you know what that woman is. This man is disgusting. I consider her to be a very able headmistress, and an excellent dancer, said Dumbledore quietly. What a man. Dumbledore, come, said Fudge angrily. Don't you think you might be prejudiced in her favor because of Hagrid? They don't all turn out harmless, if indeed you can call Hagrid harmless with that monster fixation he's got. I no more suspect Madame Maxime than Hagrid, said Dumbledore, just as calmly. I think it is possible that it is you who are prejudiced, Cornelius. Mm-hmm. Can we wrap up this discussion? Growled Moody. Yes, let's go down to the grounds, then, said Fudge impatiently. No, it's not that, said Moody. It's just that Potter wants a word with you, Dumbledore. He's just outside the door. And that's the end of the chapter. It's actually a really short chapter. So we're actually done a little early. Oh my gosh, we're so close to being done. Next week we'll read chapter 30, the pensive. The pensive, the pensive, the pensive. In French, it's pensive. Because pense means to think in French. And sieve is sieve, is one of those things they use to sort out dirt and things. Archaeologists use it. It can be used for cooking too. It's a netting where you pour something into it and like all the liquid or the smaller particles go through, whereas the bigger stuff gets caught in the net. It's supposed to, it literally means thinking sieve, which means it's just a way to sieve through your thoughts. But I'll talk about that more when we read it next week. That one's going to be kind of a long one, I think. Yeah. Yeah. But then after that, it's going to be the third task, and it'll be the beginning of the end. Very exciting. Yes. Okay. So, we will do some fan fiction. Yay! I think we'll do some fan fiction until 9:15, and then I will take my break at 9:15. Okay, so, I am writing fan fiction. Harry Potter fan fiction. Hence it being Harry Potter Saturday. So, last chapter we wrote was chapter 3. if you're unfamiliar, I am writing a fanfiction about Harry and Draco. Not like that. Um, they end up accidentally ingesting a switching potion, and they swap bodies, essentially. Not an original plot, I know. I know people have done it plenty of time, but I don't care. I'm doing it anyway. So Harry and Ron have since swapped places. In the last chapter, they endured their first class as each other. So now it's lunchtime. They've gone through their first classes, and things are going to progress. I've started writing it a little bit here, and I have some notes down here for later, so just kind of ignore those. I kind of have a plan for where the direction I want to go in. But I don't have the notes on here, so for all intents and purposes, we are winging it. In Your Shoes, Chapter 4. Can we... Well, let me save it. Yeah, no. Can we save it here? Can I do that? Okay, I don't care. Thanks. Okay, In Your Shoes, Chapter 4. I will read you what I have written so far. Something was a little off as Draco entered the great hall. It felt as if all eyes were on him. All eyes were on him. Whispers smattered around the hall as he made his way to the Gryffindor table. He listened closely to see what the buzz was all about. Did you hear about Potter? Romilda Vane said they were dating. What? She said they were having lunch together. She made that up. Oh, here he is. I guess we'll see. Oh, they were talking about Potter. No, they were talking about him. Draco grinned. He had never been a source of rumors for something good before. He looked down the table for Romilda when he spotted her. He started to move in her direction when Ron and Hermione stopped him. Let's sit here, Harry, Hermione encouraged where they were. No, he answered. You sit here. I'm eating with somebody else today. He didn't bother to explain further. He left them staring in shock as he took his seat several places down next to Romilda. She smiled enthusiastically. A part of me was afraid you wouldn't show, she said through luscious red lips. And stand you up, never. They proceeded to eat their meal. They spoke to each other in between bites. You are spreading nasty rumors, Miss Vane, Draco began the conversation. What do you mean? She smiled guiltily. I heard we are dating now. I don't remember agreeing to that, Draco said with a smirk on his face. I never said that, she answered. I might have told my friends we were going on a date. They can draw whatever conclusion they like from that. Draco wasn't complaining. And then this next part is later. I'm going to add a couple things before that. But if you didn't read the previous chapter, and if you'd like to, it's on my Patreon for free, link in the description. Draco, as Harry, is quite romantically interested in Romilda Vane, which, if you're familiar with the Harry Potter series, especially Half-Blood Prince, that's extremely problematic, because Harry has zero interest in Romilda Vane, and he's dating Ginny Weasley, so this makes things very difficult. And Draco, as you can imagine, does not care. So, he's going to do what he wants. He's going to enjoy being Harry and not worry about the consequences, which will cause a lot of problems. On the other hand, Harry can't help himself. Harry is not intentionally trying to make problems for Draco, at least not yet. Harry will get to that point, but right now Harry's trying his best, but Harry's not really cut out to be a bad guy. So, we'll see that play itself out as well. Okay, nope, that's not what I wanted. Come back to me. Okay, let us see. Let us be lettuce. I was going to put on some music. It might actually be in my writing playlist, which is somewhere. There it is. Don't know why they can't just make it in alphabetical order on YouTube. Come on, YouTube, give it the program. It's gonna be all the way at the bottom because it's recently added. Oh, I should make sure that it's quiet. Oh, that's not what I wanted. No! Crimson Snow. Why is that on here? Markiplier. Oh, it's not. It's just autoplay. YouTube nonsense. Go away. Turn it down just a little bit. Okay. Okay. So feel free to join me with discussion and suggestions and all of that stuff. Okay. They discussed many things. Oh, and if you're wondering what this music is, it's 1 hour of Harry Potter remixes by Austin Gaming. Let me... no. Let me go ahead and link it in the description. I don't want to take credit for something that's not mine. It's Harry Potter remixes. Alright. Okay. They discussed many things. Romelda was... My mic is in the way of my keyboard. Oh, how would I do this? How would I just bring it closer? Romelda was reasonably chatty. Draco didn't have to say much. Draco was amazed at how much they had in common. Can't you imagine? I love it. I love it when they add audio from the films and from the songs. Anyway, can't you imagine Draco and Romelda having a lot in common, despite the fact that Romelda's in Gryffindor? She's a very Slytherin-y Gryffindor. Just very feels like everybody's beneath her kind of thing. And she's definitely ambitious. Trying to slip Harry a love potion like that. She was very Slytherin for Gryffindor. And then I want like an example. I need an example. I need an example. Something Romilda could say that Draco would be like, yeah, I quite agree. Or the other way, maybe Draco could say it and Romilda would be like, yeah, my feelings exactly. But it can't be something like, I hate mudbloods or something, because Draco's still kind of sort of trying to be Harry, and it would be like a giveaway. Trying to think about what Draco's opinions are on things. What does he say? I am a racist. That's it. Sorry, I was just thinking of a Harry Potter musical, the second one, a Harry Potter sequel, when you first meet Draco, and he's introducing himself to Harry, and he was like, I am a racist. I hate gingers and mudbloods. I hate Gryffindor House, and my parents work for the man who killed your parents. Do you want to be my friend? It's a good list. Ugh. Draco is a racist. I'm trying to think of something Romilda would say. You know, Draco could probably say something about Hermione. To be like, I think I've seen the error of my ways, kind of thing. Well, it's just, we know that Romilda is a snooty person because when Harry's on the train on the way to school, and he's sitting with Luna and Neville, she kind of turns her nose up at them. She's like, ugh, Harry, you don't have to sit with them. And Harry's like, they're my friends. I want to sit with them. And she's like, oh, my bad, and leaves. I don't know if we could go so far as she's a racist. She could be. I don't know. I do not claim that all Gryffindors are, tolerant and all Slytherins are racist. I don't think that's fair. Man, this is tough. Let's have her say something like, I mean, Draco did say that. I almost wish I could go to a different magical school. Like Beauxbatons. I feel like they just let anyone here. But, well, yeah. Like, Peter's not gonna accept that. That's not a word! You're right, it's not. Beauxbatons. Beautiful batons. Beautiful wands? Everyone. This song is weird. Everyone seems so... I don't think she'd directly come out and say, everyone is so below me. What would she say? I almost wish I could go to a different magical school, like Bobatons. I feel like they just let anyone in here. I wish I could go to Pig Fox. This beat is sick. Ugh. Turn it up just a little bit so you guys can make sure you guys can hear it. Okay. Draco nodded. Is that how you spell Durmstrang? I'm pretty sure that is. Oh, hell yeah. This song is so good! Maybe nodded. I wanted to go to Durmstrang, but... Oh shit! You can't say that! You can't say that! Harry's mother's dead! Okay, new plan. What if he says that and be like, right? What if she's like, wait a minute, your mother's dead? Right. We'll work with it. We'll work with it. Remember, Draco doesn't care. My mother didn't want me. Oh man, that's funny. My mother didn't want me to go to school too far away. Should we? And maybe it might be too much of a stretch. There could be like, yes, I mean.
Spiders, they want me to tap dance. I don't want to tap dance.
You tell those spiders wrong.
I love it so much. Yes, that was a great moment. Again, if you want to hear this music for yourself, link in the description. I have a link there so you can find this video. Okay, so we could go in this direction. See how we feel about it. Your mother, she's dead. Draco froze. He had forgotten that he was supposed to be Harry. Yeah. I mean, Draco could... Does Draco know that Harry lives with his aunt and uncle? I'm sure he probably knows that. Yeah. He could be like, I meant my aunt. Or he could say something kind of silly and be like, I mean, my mother's spirit. Or something stupid. But I don't know if Draco wants to go that far. Not with Romilda. Like, he cares about how he's perceived by Romilda. He doesn't care if he sounds stupid to Ron and Hermione, but... I could put that. Maybe even Draco will acknowledge how stupid it is. And he'll be like, dang it. I need to pay attention. Yeah, I meant my mother's spirit. I meant my mother's spirit. Yeah, I meant my mother's spirit. I don't want to be too far away from where they died. Romilda's brow wouldn't unfurrow. Romilda's brow didn't unfurrow, but they continued the discussion anyway. It's kind of dumb. Romilda's brow didn't unfurrow, but they continued the discussion anyway. Draco mentally kicked himself. That was a stupid thing to say. He didn't care what others thought about him. But Romilda, he cared a great deal. He needed to pay more attention to the things he said. Okay. Well, it is 9:15, so I think we'll call it there. I feel like we didn't get very far, but that's kind of how writing goes. Writing is not something you just do quickly. It's a process. It takes time to really think of what you're going to say and all of that. So, at least for me, that's the way it goes. Let me go ahead and quieter. Let me go back to me. Okay, you can ignore this. Okay. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. If you are, please leave a like on the stream. It's really helpful. Feel free to talk in the chat or leave a comment in the comment section if you're watching this and it's no longer live. Become a subscriber if you're not subscribed already. Excuse me. And turn on notifications so you'll be notified the next time I go live. I'll be going live next week. If you want to know when, follow me on Twitter. Link in the description. Also in the description is my Patreon if you'd like to support me as a content creator or if you would like to read my short stories. I have free stuff on there as well, so check it out. I just released chapter 2 of my mystery novel. You can become a patron and read that. Chapter 1 is free. And I also have a TikTok and an Instagram, link in the description. And I'll be back in 15 minutes where we will play Hogwarts Legacy. Oh. Had a little bit of trouble. I started up again and it crashed again. However, I started it from Steam and now it's fine. Maybe? Press any key to start. Oh. Let's click back. There we go. I've noticed that when I start the game from Steam, it works fine. When I start it from my desktop, that's when things struggle. I don't know why that is. Okay. Good. Good. Alright. It's been a while. Who knows what we were doing last time? I don't know. Or... I know that we did some combat, and it was actually fun, and I wasn't expecting it to be fun. I still need to learn some things, but... because I imagine it's gonna get harder, but... I actually thought I did pretty well. We met the giant squid. Not really. It's just, if you weren't here earlier in the stream, I explained that, my graphic drivers need to be updated. So there's gonna be some graphics weirdness, and so the Black Lake was really wonky last time. It's gonna do that again, because I still haven't fixed it. I tried to, but then my monitors went all wonky, and the colors were weird, and so I had to put it back and kind of shelved that for a while. I'll try again this coming week, hopefully, to get the graphic drivers fixed. Also, I noticed something terrible. Oh, I hope it's not frozen. There we go. Oh yeah, the greenhouse, yeah. So I was watching my previous stream. I like to watch my streams to see, like, what I could do differently, how I can do things better. Wow. There we go. That took a minute. I noticed that there's this nervous tick I do that I had no idea that I do this. Because I don't know. I don't know. Do I do it in other games? I don't do it in Halo, do I? Well, anyway, I was watching myself during the combat scenes, and during the combat scenes, I would move my head like this, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing, Erica? It looks so stupid. Well, stop doing that. I do it when I'm trying to hit the button repeatedly. It's this nervous tick I have because I'm trying to move quickly and I can't move any faster than how I'm moving, and so it just kind of, my anxiety builds up into my head and kind of releases itself through my head. Is the best I can figure it. So it's super annoying, and I apologize. I'm going to try and not do that, but I honestly had no idea I was doing it till I watched myself. And I'm just like, What are you doing? Okay, so, as we do customarily at the beginning of every episode, we're going to look at our stuff. It looks like the quest is the only thing that's new. Yes, we did that already. Luke and Brattleby. Right, we have another lesson we need to do. It looks like we don't have anything new to look at, so I think we're good here. We have a new quest, and that's potions. So we're going to attend our first potions class, and this is where we're going to learn how to do potion stuff, which is pretty exciting. Okay. Potion stuff. Okay. Let me just make sure. Okay. Okay. 2 minutes. Then I can get some Dittany. And then hopefully I can make some...
what are you up to now?
Stuff that is helpful and things. Healing stuff. It's called something. Whoa. Oh. Well, that's not good. Why? The game struggles in this part because there's a lot. The room is really big and there's a lot of NPCs in here, so I apologize about that. Where are we going? Where are we going? Down here?
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Whoa. Her hair is beautiful. Just saying. I was saying something. Wiggenweld potion. Yes, I knew the name of that the whole time.
I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Potions classroom. Yes. Alright. Should we begin, or do we want to look around for a minute? Whoa. Whoops. That's not what I wanted.
Revelio.
That's what I want. I see nothing. I see nothing of interest. Oh. Yoinkus. It is mine now. 1! I put a lot of work into stealing that. Alright. Well, let's get to potions class.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As 5th years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan
Good, I need it.
Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal
Nerd!
some injuries, but not all. Point for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own.
Good.
You never know when you might need it.
Oh, I do know when I need it.
Please begin.
You're not gonna tell me how or anything?
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients.
The right one?
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
A pinch of tea. Horklump juice.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir.
I did it. I'm the best.
Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Okay. Okay, Wiggenweld potion. Collect Ashwinder eggs. They're in his office.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Wow.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Fine job brewing your first Wiccanweld potion. But there are many potions yet to learn. This is going to be a busy year.
Okay.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes.
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity.
Uh-huh.
You remember me, don't you?
Yes,
Gareth Weasley.
Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes, we met in
I
the
knew
common
his
room.
name.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized
Not
brain
Ron.
can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular.
Okay.
I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
Which
I
is...
suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
I hope it's tasty. Okay, where's his office? Oh, is it trying to tell me where it is? Is it in here?
Your potion should not be there.
Ashwinder eggs. My gear slot is full. Oh no! Your gear slots are full. But oh, that's just the Ashwinder. I want nope, this way. My gear slots are full. What does that mean? How do I fix that? I don't know what that means. This doesn't look full to me. I don't understand. Can I get rid of some stuff? I like my wand handle. I want to keep it. But maybe we could get rid of it? How would I do that? I don't want to equip it. I like this one. So how would I... There's a way, I know there's a way. You can like sell stuff. I don't want to sell the one I'm wearing, but I might want to sell other ones. Ah, there we go. Oh, wait. If I destroy it, do I lose the sell value? I could probably sell it. Is that what it means when you destroy something? Do you get that money? I don't know. How do I know how much money I have? I don't think so. I think you're actually supposed to go to the shop and actually sell it. Okay. Alright. Well, we'll have to do that then. Memorandum. Date 31st of December 1875. From Orr Office. Subject Borgin and Burks. Borgin and Burks has had an increased amount of activity outside of ordinary shop hours, particularly in the wee hours of the night, with suspicious deliveries being made to the shop's back entrance. Given what we know of the shop's reputation, we are adding more Orrs to join those that have already been watching the shop. You are amongst the new additions. Further instructions to follow. Is Professor Sharp an Aura also? Nice. Mongrel. Okay, I don't... Is that what I needed? I guess it is.
A well-prepared witch or wizard always has a few potions on hand.
I got it.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Okay.
Proficiency in potions are
Alright,
things
potion
that cannot be
station
rushed.
unlocked.
Have patience and be thorough.
Cool. Brew potions from unlocked recipes at the potion station. Recipes and ingredients can be purchased from select shops. Ingredients may also be grown and found in the wild. Okay. So, we want to make this potion. Enhances the drinker's... Oh, shoot. Defense by covering them with a durable rocky skin. Oh, it's brewing right now. Okay, I thought I had a limited amount of time to do something. It's just brewing itself. Okay. That's kind of lame, but what are you gonna do? I want to make the potion. So I have it now? Okay. So I have it
now. We
now?
add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Get it! Not again.
Cool.
Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
Cool.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor.
Aww.
Again,
He's
Mr.
just
Weasley
exploring.
did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Yeah. Definitely because it's not me. I am a good girl.
World potion is not a cure-all, and no salve is
Alright, I did
I
it.
brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Me? No. I don't know what you mean.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
Please, Wiggenweld is
A
not
rare
advanced.
occurrence. And you do
First
well to
years
remember
learn
that
it.
you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology.
I will.
The plants
I
you
like
nurture
herbology.
there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll
Okay.
be all.
Okay.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Okay. Quest complete. Potions class. Alright. Alright. So I have a new quest available. A quest! Oh, this one. Professor Hecat's assignment 2. Professor Hecat wants me to practice avoiding attacks by dodge rolling. Oh, I'm good at that. She also wants me to cast Incendio on a few enemies. My field guide will not guide me through this assignment, but my map could still prove useful. Successfully avoid enemy attacks by dodge rolling 0 out of 10. Cast Incendio on enemies 2 out of 5. Rewards Expelliarmus. Cool. Okay. And I should have... Oh, I have a new letter. That's from the Auror office. And we have all this stuff.
Sir Nicholas, our house ghost, is looking for you.
Oh.
You can find him near the Great Hall.
Oh. That's nice. Do we want to do that first, or do we want to do this assignment first? The hunt for the missing pages. Okay. Okay. Since it's at the top of the list, we'll just do this one first. Unless... I don't know, do we? I was technically doing this one first. Oh. Will my map guide me though? It won't. Okay. So this one is something that you do as you go. That's what it sounds like. Okay. Oh, that's whoops. Oh, hold on. Don't I have a quest? I do. But you probably do it from there with Luke and Brattleby. So I think this one's just something you do as you go. It's not really something you go to. Alright. So then we'll go see Nearly at the Snick then, I guess. I just hope that I don't get so many tasks stacked up that I don't get to the other stuff. That's my fear.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration for the rest of term.
This way. No. I don't think I've been here yet. Pretty. Oh. Right trigger. Oh wait.
Incendio!
What is... Huh? I feel like that does something. Huh. I have no idea. Whoa! And there's my graphics drivers acting up.
Incendio!
Something's happening, and I can't figure out what. 1. 4. 3. And I have no idea. 1. Two? I have no idea what those mean. Oh! Oh! Okay, so this is 2, which it's on. That one's 3. Oh, no, sorry. 4. Okay, 4. And then 3 and 1. Actually 1, and this one's 3, which, who knows why. Whoa! Whoa, where did that go? Where did that go? Oh. What?
Yeah.
Oh. No. Can I go down? Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. That's my graphics driver. Yeah. Rat! Yeah, the water is not looking too good. Oh, I can increase my gear slot capacity, huh? By doing the Merlin trials. I think at the beginning of the next episode, which I will write down, I will sell some of my gear. In Hogwarts Legacy. Remind me to do that. So that I can collect this stuff. Viaduct. Courtyard. Whoa, what is that? Oh. Okay. I'll just leave you to it. Nope. Oh. This particular area feels especially like Hogwarts. I just went through the door. It's magic. Oops. What is that?
It's me, Gareth.
Oh, hey.
Do you have a moment?
I do. What's up?
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it's still brilliant. I appreciate your help.
You're welcome.
I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion.
I can handle it.
Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left.
I doubt
Sharp
it.
may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise. Fewer explosions.
Sure. Okay.
You there? Yes, you. I wonder if you might come with me for a moment.
Oh, it's the hourglasses. Oh, yeah. Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. Oh, they look amazing. Well done.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington, at your service.
Nice to meet you, Sir Nicholas.
I know about the book you found and its missing pages. I may be able to help. Follow me, if you will. It's not too far.
Nearly headless? How can you be nearly headless?
How do you know about the book? And that it's missing pages?
Word gets around amongst the ghosts. You were spotted with Mr. Sallow in the restricted section.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me. This may be a leap, but I believe I know who ended up with those pages. I'd be happy to take you to him, if you'd be so kind as to perform a small favor for me along the way.
Such as?
Small favor in exchange for getting those pages.
Yes, it's nothing really.
Not
I'd be grateful if you
incendio.
could simply go into the kitchen and procure a little rotten roast beef.
What? I don't know what I just... Grand staircase, huh? Okay, I'm following you. Oh, is another secret entrance? Alright, where are we going?
I beg your pardon? Roast beef. Rotten roast beef.
That is correct. Rotten roast beef. If one floats through it just right, one can almost taste it.
Ah, I suppose I can do that. But why me?
It's simple, my young friend. My ghostly form cannot carry it.
Okay.
Revelio.
House Elf Recipe Book. Rumored to contain some of Helga Hufflepuff's original creations, this book holds a collection of Hogwarts students' favorite recipes. Over the centuries, some dishes like pickled dirigible plums are likely an acquired taste. Snack time. Alright.
Now, if you'd be so kind as to collect the roast beef, I shall explain everything else in due course.
Oh, we go to the kitchens? Oh, dope! Oh, yeah.
Revelio.
Ah, here we are. Tickle the pear and
Tickle
head on
the
in.
pear! Yeah! If one tickles the pear in this still life painting of a bowl of fruit, it will giggle before turning into a doorknob to allow entry to the Hogwarts kitchens.
Did you
Yeah!
say tickle the pear?
Yes, in the painting. I'll wait right here. Do try not to get in the way of the house elves. I'm already imagining sweet aroma of rotten
Why
roast.
does it sound like he's inside a tin can? I'm tickling him. Yeah. Yes.
A student
Never will
in the
understand
kitchen.
students.
What
Plenty
could
of
they want?
delicious food and what found themselves a bit peckish likely.
You know how hungry growing humans can get.
Honey, you're all talking at once. I would love to hear all of you. I just not at once, please. Oh, where'd you go? I love house elves. Oh.
It smells glorious in here. Here's some beef. Hello. Can you point me in the direction of the rubbish?
Towards the other end of the kitchen. If it's not taken out yet, just follow your nose. You'll find it soon enough.
Thank you.
Here's a welcome treat. Delicious.
Eat them all.
Here's a welcome treat. Delicious.
Oh, let's really wash the dishes. You see these 4 tables here? What they do is they put the food on the table, and then when the time comes to eat, they rise above to the tables upstairs, which is the Great Hall. That's how the food magically appears. House elf living quarters. Ever practical and creative, the Hogwarts house elves have created a cozy village-like home for themselves among these barrels in the Hogwarts kitchens. Of course, one cannot presume to know what they're really like inside, as house elves have an extraordinary magic of their own. Aww, they're so cute. I hope they're bigger on the inside. That's adorable. Oh, here's the
There's
rubbish.
a disgusting smell. Oh, I must be getting close.
It's a rat. The rats.
Oh, a student? What a treat! What can Finky get for you? A pumpkin pasty? Perhaps some Welsh rabbit?
Sounds lovely. But what I really need is this rotten roast beef.
Ah! Nick sent you, didn't he? Please help yourself. Finky supposes Nick's tired of loitering about simply to experience the faintest memory
What
of
a
the
shame.
taste of food.
Do you and the other house elves conjure the food served in the Great Hall?
Goodness, no. Not even house elves
Nope.
can conjure food out of thin air. Food is one of the 5
Principal exceptions to Gomp's law of elemental transfiguration. That's what I was trying to remember.
We can,
Yeah.
however, multiply
It, transform it.
transform it, and of course, prepare it. Then we send it straight up to the Great Hall.
Are there any restrictions as to what you can make here?
Finky supposes not. However, Finky has had the best luck with the many recipes left by Helga Hufflepuff. Her quince pie has always been a favourite, but the newfangled Arborough Smokies are becoming popular as well.
Is it all right for students to wander into the kitchens?
Well, since you asked, students aren't supposed to be in the kitchens, but Finky doesn't mind.
Most house elves
There's
don't.
nothing that lifts Finky's spirits more than the company of students.
That's good.
We so rarely get visitors, and we have plenty of treats. Come back any time you please.
Oh. I love house elves.
It was nice to meet you. Thank you for the beef.
Happy to help. And to meet you as well. Please give Nick Finky's regards.
No.
There's nothing like a meal prepared by a house elf.
Nothing like it. And yeah, won't let me. I have to sell stuff. Glug glug. Just drink. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I'm starving.
Here's a welcome treat. Delicious.
Finky keeps all us house elves in line here in the kitchen. It's all right. She's the kind-hearted sort.
Yeah. What are you doing? Hold on. Is that a wand in your hand? Those aren't supposed to have wands. Somebody missed that part of the lore. Whoops. I don't mind personally, but they're not supposed to. It's actually against the law for house elves to have. They're so cute. They're working so hard. Doing such a good job. Look at all those chickens. Alright, I got it.
Ah, you're back. No trouble, I take it?
Nope, not at all. Finky sends her regards, along with the rotten roast beef.
Ah, glad to hear it. Kind elf, Finky. Now, let's get that beef to Sir Patrick Delaney Podmore, and you'll be one step closer to finding those pages.
This is all rather cryptic, Sir Nicholas. What's going on?
Terribly sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sir Patrick organizes the Headless Hunt, a group of headless ghosts who gather for various, headless activities.
Headless activities?
Yes, you'll see. Anyway, I don't know how, but a member of that hunt, Richard Jackdaw, had the pages when he was alive.
What?
My plan is to take the rotten roast beef to Sir Patrick so that he'll allow me, us, to engage with the hunt and speak to Jackdaw. Shall we?
Sure.
I thought the rotten roast beef was for you.
It is, in a way. You see, I've been trying to gain access to the hunt for quite some time. Offering the beef to Sir Patrick may help me in that regard. While, of course, also helping you.
What am I supposed to do when we meet the hunt?
Allow me to do the talking. They can be a rather supercilious lot. I'm
Supercilious?
certain
What does
they'll
that
be
mean?
welcoming to you, however. In no small part due to the rotten roast beef you will come bearing.
Is the headless hunt dangerous?
Oh, the headless hunt wouldn't hurt a fly, let alone a student. Just a group of fun-loving
How could they hurt? They're
headless
ghosts. What could they do to me anyway?
Very well. I'd like to meet Sir Patrick myself and see this headless hunt.
Ah, wonderful. You won't regret it.
Oh, where are we going? I guess we're going to the village? Maybe. It's doing its best. It's a big game, so I'm not surprised that it takes a little bit of time. It works really well, though, considering.
Do stay behind me. It's Sir Patrick we want.
Oi, Nesta, look who's here.
What have we told you, nearly headless Nick?
Hello, Sir Ramsay. Do let us pass. We brought a little something for Sir Patrick.
Probably come to try to beg his way in again.
Yeah, probably. Most likely.
Do they always talk to you like that?
Ah, all in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt,
not
I'll be
going
right
to.
there with them. This offering is sure to win him over.
It's not going
Don't
to.
forget why I'm here, sir.
Rest assured, you'll have your information from
I mean,
young
I guess
Jackal
we
in no
already
time.
know because he's still trying to do
Wherever he
this in Harry Potter's day, and Harry Potter is centuries after this. Century after this.
What I'd give for a flagon of mead or a nice leg of lamb right about now, then this party would be complete.
How about the next best thing, Sir Patrick?
Ah, Sir Nicholas. And a student. Who let you in?
We brought you a gift.
This is all very suspicious. What do you really want? As if I need to ask.
It's Richard Jackdaw. Where can we find him? May we speak to him?
Jackdaw, eh? Why, here he is now. What a shame. Without his head. I bet you've always wondered what that's like, eh, Nick?
Sir, you jest.
It's bound to be around here somewhere. Probably being used in a game. If you find it, I give you my permission to speak with him, my young mortal. It's the least I can do for you for bringing this putrescent gift home.
Sir, there's another matter I wish to discuss with you, if I may.
Tut, tut, Sir Nicholas. How many times do I have to tell you? Our entry requirements are quite clear.
But, sir,
we aren't the headless except for a little bit of tendon hunt, after all. Now, please, follow me, and I shall help you find your way out.
Farewell, my young friend. Perhaps your luck with these chaps will be better than mine.
Okay. Who's that? Oh, man. Whoa. I just felt like I was in a horror game for a second. Oh, that was cool. Map with floating candles. What is this? Whoa, cool.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Ooh. This is cool. There's a graveyard. And I never... Well, I guess there would be, wouldn't there? Oh, this is cool.
Revelio.
Who will be next to play our little game of hide and seek amongst the pumpkins?
Why are the pumpkins lighting up? Oh, I just exploded. I'm just exploding pumpkins. Not very nice of me. Oh, do they respawn? They do.
Hello again. Can you help me?
Ah, Sir Nicholas's young friend. Has he abandoned you?
Not at all. I need to speak to Richard Jackdaw. Sir Patrick said his head might be around here somewhere.
Indeed it might be. It is a bit unorthodox to include a mortal, but if you do wish to speak with him... Oh, why not? You can speak with Jackdaw if you can find his head amongst these pumpkins. Not just once, but 5 times.
What?
Good old Dumfrey will move the head to a different spot each
Oh my
time you
gosh.
find it.
What?
Those
What
are the
is
rules.
this?
What say you?
Why are you using Jackdaw's head for this game?
Well, if you must know, Jackdaw's our newest member, so we like to put him through his paces.
Okay.
Please could you explain the rules again?
Find his head amongst the pumpkins 5 times. Use your wand. I cannot be more specific than that.
Okay.
How did you happen to become a member of the Headless Hunt?
I was executed alongside some fellow mutineers.
Oh,
we didn't
okay.
like the way things were being run in our county, so we took matters into our own hands. Treason is such a strong word, but that's what we were found guilty of. Things would have turned out much better if they'd let me be in charge.
If that's what I need to do to speak to Jackdaw, I'll do it.
Marvelous! Of course, a mortal holding a wand has an advantage over us ghosts. You can simply blast away to your heart's content. Remember, the game's not over until you find him 5 times.
5 times, yeah.
Begin! Cast away until you find him.
Oh, I'm supposed to...
Discovered already? Looks like we need to find another pumpkin to hide in, eh, Jackdaw?
Whatever you say, Dumfrey. This is not my finest moment.
Okay.
And then I will be the one to clean up this mess. I could do that too if I had a and a body.
Watcha! Whoa. I'm just destroying them all.
No match for you.
Oh, he's over here. There he is. No, not.
Oh, what fun!
So you found us. This ain't over yet.
I've never seen it played like this. How delightful.
Why is there a symbol over that dude's head? What does that mean? How do I get to him? How do I...
Oh, what fun! A student is
Oh, the magical neat. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I didn't realize that was him. Alright.
Here we go again.
I've never seen it played like this. How delightful.
That ghost said I should blast away to my heart's content.
Oh, what fun! A student.
I hear him.
I've never seen it played like this. How delightful.
I hear him. I hear it. Where is it?
I could do that too if I had a wand and a body.
I hear it. I just don't know where it is.
Who would have thought a mortal would be so good at this? You've almost got him.
Young Jackdaw's no match for you.
I can hear it.
Keep
I
looking.
can't
You're sure to
find
find
it. Can't you hear that shuffling?
Young Jackdaw's no match for you.
Where is it?
I'm glad I won't be the one to clean up this mess.
playing. I've never seen it played like this. How delightful.
You make this look easier than it's supposed to be.
Oh, what fun! A student is playing. Keep looking. You're so...
I could do that too if I had one. And a body.
I've never seen it played like this. How delightful.
Alright, found it.
Well done. Of course, having a wand served you well. Still, I believe congratulations are in order.
Not too bad for a mortal. Now, say what you need to say to old Jackdaw here, hmm? You've earned it.
Nicely done. But what's going on? You're not a member of the Headless Hunt.
No, I'm not. Sir Nicholas said you might know the location of some pages I'm looking for.
Merlin's beard. I know precisely the ones you mean. I pinched them from Peeves. How could I forget? The map on those pages led me to my demise. I was not ready for what awaited me in that cave. The pages are likely still mouldering away with my, remains. Quite a final adventure, I must confess.
The pages are why you lost your head. And I must visit a cave and search for your corpse.
Yes. You'd think a decapitated ghost would get used to the word corpse. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to go.
What will I find in the cave?
Aside from my mortal remains, if I remember correctly, some treasures, a magical bridge.
And
But
whatever
what
killed
kind of
you.
an adventure would it be if I spoiled the surprises for you?
Okay.
Did someone in the cave cut off your head?
I was having a look around when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, when you visit, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
Okay.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things.
Penchant.
Books, bottles,
Penchant.
suits of armor. Whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I found them after he ran riot through the library. Doubt he even noticed they were gone.
Okay.
I need those pages, so I suppose I'd better meet you. Thank you.
Not to worry. I'll just need to be reunited with my body first. But Dumfries can handle that. See you at the forest's edge.
All right. Is that what we're doing next? Or are we doing different quest? Ghost of Our Love. Huh. It's not even on here. I'm thinking it'll probably start once I just walk forward a few steps. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Jackdaw's quest is locked. I need to learn the disarming charm before I can follow Richard Jackdaw's ghost into the Forbidden Forest. Okay, good. Okay. So let's do something different. We could do the Lost Astrolabe. That'll be interesting. No, not that one. According to Grace's research, the astrolabe would have sunk about a furlong northeast of the dock. I should swim out there, dive in the Black Lake, and find the astrolabe. Cool. So cool. Oh, it didn't. Did it not take? No, it should have. Huh? Carted away. A goblin outside Lower Hogsfield seems distraught for his missing cart. What? What is this? What? Why isn't it appearing on the map? It's not showing me how to get there. Why? That's really weird. Why is it not showing me how to get there? That's really odd. Dive in the Black Lake and find the astrolabe. Yes. I'm trying to... I want to go to... Upper Hogsfield? It's Lower Hogsfield, actually. What? Oh, jeez. What? How do I get there? Oh, unless it's this way. There it is. That's what we want. There we go. I love this music. Oh! Time to pet the kitty. Always time to pet a kitty. Hi, kitty. I want a kitty so bad. I want a kitty cat. Why is it? I don't know. Boo! Struggling. Nope. What is even happening right now? Wow, it is so far away. I need a broom. This is gonna take a little while. It's gonna be morning by the time I get there. Going for a jaunt at night. As you do. Ooh. You are mine. Kitty! this at night is definitely what you want to do. Oh, there's more.
These rocks have seen better days.
What is this place? Oh. Why are they screaming? I don't know. What was that? I don't know. Money! I didn't know I had a flu waypoint. Ooh, Forbidden Forest. That's not what I wanted. My dearest Apollina. Apollonia. Would you care to join me for a picnic? I know you enjoy a good Cornish pasty almost as much as you enjoy a good mystery. See you soon, I hope. Yours, Richard. Aww. Aww. Why do you leave it there? Lace wing flies. I love the collection animation. How they kind of did thin air. Oh, it's over there. What does that mean? Oh, it's the Merlin stuff. That's what that is. Actually.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Oh, I don't have any mallow sweet. Oh, yes, I do. Destroy them. There's so many. Huh. Am I supposed to destroy them all? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Whatcha? Toadstools. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm literally supposed to just destroy all these little things. Maybe that's what Merlin wants. What even are they?
That's that. Settled.
Okay, that is what I was supposed to do. That seems a little easy, but... Hey, whatever, I'm down for easy. Cool. I don't know what that did. I love that. Is there anything more required of me? I don't think so. I don't honestly know. I forget what that does. I forget what that gets you. But alright. This is fun. This is part of the fun. It's just kind of exploring and stumbling upon things. What is that? What does the red mean? Do you think the red means bad guys? It might. It's so far away. This is Hogwarts. So we're supposed to go past Hogwarts. I assume, now that I think about it. Am I really supposed to? What is that? Those are pretty. Oof. Itchy. Quest updated. Summoner's Court, match 1. What? Oh, yeah, there's a path over here I'm supposed to take. I hope I'm going the right way. Beast classroom. Oh man, I'm ready for magical creatures. I want to do that quest. This is cool. We're almost there. Almost there. Changing to morning. Almost there. This is the walking episode. A lot of walking. Oh, there's a question mark thing here. What? It's my goat friends. What is with the question mark? Oh, I can go in here? I did not expect that, I'll be honest. Sound.
Revelio.
I don't know. I don't know.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Ugh. I just want to go back to the dock where I first met that girl. Which I think is over here. Is she still there?
Grace, what is it you needed my help with?
I was hoping you could dive down and retrieve a
Right.
treasured family astrolabe lost during a doomed stargazing cruise.
Right. I want to do that. How do I do that? I just go for it. Oh! We're just going for it. Okay. Press the left one to swim faster. That's doing feck all. I was not expecting that. I'll be honest. I did not know we were just gonna jump in. I thought we had to, like, I don't know, get to a certain spot first or something. Okay. How do I... It's saying if I press down, I can swim faster, but that's not happening. Where am I even going? I don't even see the... Oh!
This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe
the purple section there in the bottom left. Okay. How do I go down? Because I assume they don't want to just tell you where it is, so that's why you can't just find it on a map or something. How do I... Ah, itchy. Am I supposed to just swim in this area until something happens? Can I undo the waypoint? No. How am I supposed to find it? Oh. Oh, I forgot I could do that. Oh man, this is cool. Oh. Let's go. Wait. Is it gear I'm finding? I thought it was the astrolabe I was trying to find. Am I not able to do this because my thing is too full? Huh. Maybe. Oh man. Okay. Maybe I should, I don't know, sell some stuff? Oh wait, is that the same spot? Can't tell. Okay, I'm headed back. Because it won't let me. I don't know. It won't let me. So I'm just... Wow, what a waste of time. Yeah. Okay. Can I, this is not what I meant to do. Can I just get rid of something? Let's get rid of something and see if it helps. How do I get rid of, oh, I can't get rid of wand handles. No, that's not what I want. No! Let me just get rid of something. Let's just destroy. Okay, and maybe that has helped. I don't care about any of this. Let me see if that's helped. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, maybe that has helped. But usually I want to actually sell it, but I don't want to walk all the way there, and I don't want to walk all the way there, you know, and then walk all the way back. Okay, so it's just gear. It's not actually an astrolabe. I don't care about gear. How am I supposed to find this astrolabe? I assumed that it was like in this purple area. My character even said something about it. How am I supposed to find this? I'm finding clothing. Oh, I found it! Finally. Ooh, and 3 Wiggenweld potion. That's useful.
I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
Okay. Sounds good. And you know what? The lake didn't spaz out on us. That was nice. I mean, water spazzed out earlier, but the lake was well behaved. Uh-oh. My camera's now misbehaving. Well. Oh, well. Yeah, the stream's struggling. Huh. It says excellent connection. Maybe it's just the preview. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. My camera is not functioning. How do I get out? I want out. I want out. Okay. The camera's back normal. Maybe it's just the water. It might be.
Hello, Grace.
I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did
Oh,
you find the astrolabe?
and now there's the lake. Ah, spoke too soon. And I did, and it's yours for a prize. I did, and I'm keeping it. I'm not that kind of person.
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face.
Sorry about that.
Thank you so much for doing this for me. And for my family.
My stream
You
is
do well to keep an eye
running
out for more
perfectly. I
spots
don't
to dive.
understand.
A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the preview. I'll have to
Thank
watch
you
the
again.
stream.
And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
All right. Okay. Okay. Yikes. So I will look further into trying to fix my like graphics driver. Whew. I don't know why my computer's acting up. My stream says excellent connection and no drop frames. Okay, there we got some drop frames. That's really weird. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. This game is a little bit of a struggle, so maybe it's something to do with that. Anyway, I am done for the night. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to tell me what you thought of the stream in the comment section down below. Click the like button and become a subscriber if you're not subscribed already. Turn on notifications so you can notify the next time I go live. I'll be going live next week. If you want to know when, follow me on Twitter. Link in the description. Also in the description is my Patreon if you'd like to support me as a content creator, or if you would like to read my short stories, because I am a writer and I have stuff on there, and I have free stuff on there as well. I just released chapter 2 of my mystery novel, and chapter 1 is free. And I also have a TikTok and an Instagram. Link in the description. In the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a magical evening. Bye-bye!